But it looks like we're going to get into loading the game. That spectator delay. 3 minutes. We will be behind this game, just like all the other games. And a good 3 seconds before I get into this loading screen. We have on blue team, Leopard Nidalee, going to be played by Netorare Man. Elise is going to be played by Haifhearted. Victorious Jarvan IV, going to be played by Talith PA, running the CV. A12MO12 Malphite, going to be played by Diana, being played by Armor, or A12MO12. And I am Skill Factory, one half your casters. With me tonight for Dominate Dominion, 41 is...
I am Gandair of the gaming clan, Vato clan. Now, on the other side, this is the team Cheese Enema. We have brownbruiser playing as Urgot, Kraogg playing as Rengar, Wawix playing as Kayle, Lerch playing as Maokai, and KMJ playing as Ezreal. Really cool if I could say that and it would just cut straight to game.
It never works out. The timing doesn't work out like that. And the weird part is, like, when they've all loaded the game, you load it at your speed, not at their speed. So if they had a slow person loading, you typically don't see that, and they all load up very quickly. But for some reason, 97%, you just want to sit there, and it's like, no, I'm not done yet. Keep talking there, big guy.
You ever try to load League into a game on a computer that's running Windows XP?
Yes, I have. My home theater PC runs Windows XP.
Oh, man. You ever done it on a 1.3 gigahertz single-core processor?
As a matter of fact, my home theater PC is a 1.3 gigahertz APU, which is a processor / graphics card. But it is a fairly new one, and it does run. It runs at around 40 to 50 FPS at like medium graphics. So it's pretty solid. That little AMD powerhouse that I just use to stream Blu-ray and stuff like that, though.
All right, half a gig of RAM.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. Nope.
Yes, I'm still winning the terrible computer contest.
Nope. I think I have 8 gigs in there.
Oh God, that's half of what I have now. Jeez, my old backup computer's really old. One with Windows XP, but I love Windows XP, so it makes me happy when I get a chance to boot it up.
Look at this, it's going to be KMJ hovering around that bottom lane, so we're going to see an Ezreal versus Diana.
Ooh, opening with a Hex Drinker, that's interesting.
Yeah, I think he's planning on going versus the heavy AP team that they do have going on, Jarvan being the only one. I mean, Malphite's auto attacks do get pretty strong, but all of his abilities scale off AP except for his auto attack when he does pop his brutal strikes. They do scale off his armor and give him more attack damage. But other than that, it's pretty much AP coming out across the board. And he went Hexdrinker because he knew that he's going to need a little bit of extra shield, a little more kiting. And versus Diana, it's going to do really well.
Especially early on in the game, when she hasn't got a chance to build a lot of HP, the Hexdrinker shield is going to be gigantic compared to the damage that she's able to output at this stage of the game.
Yeah, a little poke coming back and forth. brownbruiser trying to land some damage. Oh, KMJ and Armor going 1v1 right now. The exhaust coming down. KMJ kind of tied right here. He's going to run into the minions, though. And the damage is going to come out for Armor with that shield. Enough to do it, to get that kill. Up top, we have Haifhearted jumping onto Kraogg, trying to finish off his kill, but not enough. Kraogg going to get the kill up top. Everybody very low up top. Maokai going to go down next. Dienovv, the next kill. The revives coming out from the Malphite and the Elise as they try to keep them off this point. Wawix trying to get a little bit of a cap there. Walks into the spear. Not the direction you want to go. Talith PA getting slowed. And Urgot trying to close this gap and finish off Talith PA. But here comes Elise with a great stun. Going into spider form. Finishing off the Kayle. Lerch grabbing the Talith PA. And then there comes Kraogg. Trying to slow everybody down. Trying to get them off the point and get back into the bushes. And come back over as Lerch just tanks this out, waiting for the revives of Kayle and Urgot. But I don't think he's going to be able to live for them to get there. They switch all their damage onto him right now. Haifhearted's going to pick up that kill in spider form. But Kraogg waiting, still going to jump over one more time. No, Elise is going to repel back over to him and take him out for a double kill.
And with Rengar gone, Netorare Man's got to retreat a little bit. Oh, brownbruiser's still able to connect, though, unfortunately. Now, brownbruiser looking like he's going to go down. Haifhearted, I'm scared for you. That is a Wawix. Haifhearted has found some way to increase his health slightly. How does that work?
I'm not sure how he pulled a little bit of health out right there, but he does get HP back from his little mini spiders auto-attacking,
okay.
although he was in caster form for a little bit, but getting very lucky having just enough HP to capitalize on that. Armor is level 6 down bottom. That Lunar Rush is available and can close the gap onto Ezreal. He can shift, but then she can close the gap again if she is landing that Crescent Strike. So I do give the bottom lane to her right now, and KMJ really just going to have to outplay her in order to hold on to the bottom boneyard.
I was really surprised by the damage that Diana could output there. I figured that Hex Drinker was going to help him out, and while, yes, it did, made that fight a lot closer than it would have been, but Diana still managed to win that. Now Kraogg coming down right here, going to get that slow off on Diana right away, and him and KMJ, aggressive Arcane Shift takes him right up in the rage, fires up that True Shot Barrage. Diana does go down. We got Malphite coming down to the bottom lane, though, in response to that. Up further on the map, though, Haifhearted is chasing brownbruiser around in a circle around the bushes here, and he's almost made a complete lap before he got taken down. Lerch trying to catch up with Talith PA, but isn't able to do so. He turns around for a little bit of twisted advance action right there. Haifhearted sees that his next squishy target is going to be Kayle, and is Kayle going to be able to get away? Just barely. Thankfully, Kayle did have that speed shrine and that speed increase helping her out, so she's able to retreat. That means Kayle's going to come back with full health and mana, which is going to be really, really good because they're pushing very aggressively on this tower right now.
Yeah, Haifhearted's burst, though, is too much for them to take at the moment. He is taking tower hits. He's going to neutralize that tower. Instead, nope, turning to run away. Malphite, unstoppable force coming down onto Wawix, trying to capitalize this kill, hopefully buying time to get the cap, but unable to get the kill. Now he's going to die in vain and use his ultimate for nothing except hold the windmill for the blue team as Elise and Nidalee retreated.
Yeah, he was able to keep them away from his allies there and give them a safe ability to recall. Though it would have been a lot more awesome, though, if they had managed to pull off that neutral, because then he would have done a really good job of keeping it that way for some time. But unfortunately, it was not to be. However, there's still a lot of time left on in this game here. brownbruiser and Lerch in the middle of the map right here. Checking with the sapling, make sure they know roughly what's going on.
Yeah, it does give you vision in the bush when you do drop it in there. It looks like they're going to jump onto the Kayle. Intervention coming down. It's not going to be enough to save him as Haifhearted is going to put a lot of damage. Cataclysm coming down. Haifhearted going to trade for the Kayle. Lerch coming into the fight. Talith PA going to be the next one in trouble here. The Maokai ultimate going down. Talith PA actually deciding to dive in as Netorare Man tries to get the Urgot, but does not have enough damage. The last Acid Hunter getting that kill. And the trade coming out for red team here as Talith PA gets away down bottom.
Dienovv has to have the top to defend this point now because now it's 3 people versus nothing if they're able to connect. And there's a lot of damage going off on Dienovv right away. They're getting tagged by that Ignite, even for a little bit of extra true damage DPS there. And now he's going to walk up, he's going to do a little bit of AA thing right here, but his health just keeps getting lower and lower and lower. But it seems like he has held on long enough for Netorare Man to get back into the fight. And all Netorare Man's got to do is connect with brownbruiser for a little bit. And yes, brownbruiser does go down. Dienovv could connect with Lerch, maybe. Throws down the defensive garrison right there. Minions are so strong. Oh my gosh, he almost lost the tower anyway. And now Wawix is getting chased away there, but intercepted by Haifhearted there in the center of the map. And now Wawix is really low on hit points, is trying to escape, but the rappel goes off, chases Wawix all the way into the bushes, at least doing a very good job of keeping up with one of the more speedy champions of the game. And is he going to have another? Nope, he's not going to be able to connect with another snare. However, it does drive Wawix completely out of the fight and puts them in a very good position to try and gank KMJ. He's like, no, I don't believe in walls, but neither does Talith freaking PA. And there's a nice intervention right there from Wawix to keep KMJ alive for a little bit longer. But Haifhearted finds Rengar, or rather the other way around. Talith PA walks into the fight, does a little bit of damage right there, gives them something else to think about, comes straight back down, decides to turn around, able to take down Wawix though. Loses himself in the exchange, though. Maokai coming down from the top now and has Talith PA kind of cornered a little bit there. Rengar is able to take him down. Now Dienovv is the only thing. Dienovv and Nidalee are what's standing in the way of them getting the windmill. Nice poke right there by Netorare Man's Nidalee. Does a little bit of DPS to Lerch too, but I don't necessarily like him being that close. Not going to be able to put out too much damage with the spear shots if he does that. Now brownbruiser just by himself over there, stabbing away with his, whatever that thing is called. Managed to get Urgot down there, and Nidalee heading back up towards the upper part of the map. And now Dienovv going to go down here and keep this point neutral for a little bit.
Yeah, Amputee's doing a good job at winning the team fights, but not holding on to their points. Dienovv actually slowing them while that point's neutral, getting a little bit further ahead in the points right now. Dienovv's going to die for it, but it seems to be worthwhile as the minions finally recap that for them. Now a little bit of pressure coming down onto the drill from the blue team here. Wawix getting low again, trying to escape away. Made a mistake earlier of kind of hovering around at low HP and jumping into an Elise that just bursted him down in trade for her own life.
Oh, KMJ not able to escape quite in the bottom lanes. The CV goes off down there. Talith PA helping out. You should get assists for CV, man, because Diana knew exactly where to throw that Crescent Strike to take him down.
Yeah, meanwhile up top, it's just going to be a poke fest. The healthy Rengar is coming back. They do see the vision come out in the bush. They walk onto it anyways. Lerch giving away his position, taking a little bit of burst from Haifhearted, who now has the Storm Shield, and that is nothing to be messed with right now, as Haifhearted has a good amount of AP and a good amount of armor right now. Jumping onto Lerch, chasing down. Lerch trying to stay alive, sitting in his ultimate, reducing that damage, but Talith PA is going to come in and help, pick up that kill, and Nidalee trying to poke down brownbruiser, who hasn't been able to get in and do any damage in these fights. Demacia coming down, Cataclysm keeping Kraogg in place. He's actually going to jump out of his own ultimate, leaving Kraogg in there, who kills Elise, and the ultimate coming out from Dienovv just to secure that kill. KMJ being in a lot of trouble now. The Arcane Barrage coming down, but not going to be enough. Talith PA is just getting away with a sliver of health, and they're going to cap the drill, getting that quest, and I bet they'll probably just back off after this one. I don't know if it's going to be worthwhile for them to stay at such low health where they're just going to get recapped. They should probably leave it and focus down bottom, as the minions are actually pushing up by themselves after the exchange down there.
brownbruiser in the bottom lane, and everything seems to be okay for him down there. Netorare Man Nidalee over here. And it looks like Dienovv is going to hang around and do a little bit of delay. Nope, he doesn't like it. There's too many people there. He doesn't see what's about to happen to him as Rengar jumps out, puts the hurt onto Dienovv. Talith PA throws down the slow, and they immediately start retreating after that. Rengar gets in the bushes again, gives him another jump. Every one of those bushes is a scary place to be. You never know which one could have Rengar in it. Does a little poke to Kayle right there. Lets Kayle know that, hey, I'm J4. I'm right here. I'm Demacia. Netorare Man engages in on Wawix right there. Does a bunch of damage, but then has to turn around and retreat out. Turns around, throws a spear, puts some hurt on Kraogg. That's a lot of DPS coming out from Nidalee right there in such a short span of time.
Yeah, the Blackfire Torch doing a lot of work there. The spears, as you get further away, they do more damage. Down bottom, the Maokai dying to the Diana, who's going to Lunar Rush away and get away with her life if KMJ can't close this gap after killing the Elise. Meanwhile, up top, Kayle is going to die a little too far ahead, cannot 2v1 very well. The Diana is going to recall, might lose a little bit of health in this tower, except for the fact that Malphite's coming down to slow down the Ezreal and keep the tower on the blue side. He is going to be able to land that pulverize. Over the wall goes Ezreal. Oh, an ultimate actually overshoots Ezreal. So Ezreal is going to try to get away here. Just kind of 1v1 for a little bit. He has another shift that he's going to use to get over the wall here. There it is. And now he has the speed trine to try to get away. Meanwhile, up top, Netorare Man's going to, just missed the last Acid Hunter, which is now a rocket coming out of brownbruiser. But they're going to grab this windmill in exchange for the Boneyard. Not what they want at this point in the game. They only have 82 points left, and the recap's going to be retained right now by Cheese Enema.
They'll be able to get that bottom point right there, and KMJ running everywhere on the map. He did the world traveling thing there for a little bit before finally getting taken out in front of the enemy team's base. So now Wawix kind of getting zoned a little bit by Haifhearted, but brownbruiser is right there. Once that Reckoning connected, tries to go up and dodge a little bit of that damage, but comes straight back down into a suppress, which is not a good place to be. And Wawix! 9 hit point Wawix.
Single digit getting away there. Meanwhile, they try to jump on the Nidalee. It's going to be all in vain. They do not have enough slows and CCs to stay on Nidalee. Lerch kind of getting caught, fighting the 2v1 as brownbruiser comes in, trying to lay some damage down on Nidalee, but every time he chases, he eats a spear right to the face. Every time one of them's up, and he goes into a predictable path, she is nailing him with spears. And meanwhile, down bottom, the double kill, sorry, not a double kill, but 2 kills coming out for red team as they go after that Boneyard. Maokai up top, just dying. The Nidalee and Jarvan are working very well together, while Haifhearted is just soloing down people. A great stun coming across. Wow, it's in a lot of trouble here. And the ult coming down from Jarvan, I don't think it was needed, but if you want to dunk somebody, feel free, because I love to see the damage.
All you gotta do is press that R button right there. Now Haifhearted and Talith PA are having a disagreement with brownbruiser, but he uses Wawix as a supporting argument, and that's a pretty good argument to use in a debate. seems to end things rather quickly. And now Netorare Man is like, whoa, I'm a cat, and this guy hunts people, and he's running away really fast. He wants to get up to the windmill as quick as he can to try and make use of any sort of defender's advantage, but he just can't get away from Rengar fast enough. Rengar does have the slow there, which helped him out a lot. And now Talith is like, wait, I don't have anywhere to go because the top is like got 4 people all over it, and that's not very good. So he's going to turn around and shift his focus straight down towards the bottom lane right now. And in the bottom lane, we have Armor, who decides to take advantage of the fact there's a whole bunch of people up at the top by going and capturing this here, going to get the neutral off on it, as Dienovv and Talith PA kind of zone people back. Now, neutral towers do reveal, so Armor did know that Kraogg was there in the stealth, and now there's 4 people down here in the bottom lane, and only Urgot up at the top, so if Elise and Nidalee get up to the top, they can make a play up there to unseat brownbruiser and take the windmill. This fight just keeps moving away. KMJ with a nice shot for some extra DPS. They're going to help them take those kills. And while it was going on, Dienovv was over here getting some capture on the tower, giving them even more reason to stay committed to this bottom point.
Yeah, they're trying to commit to that bottom point. They want to get the 3 cap. The exchange going up top with Haifhearted and brownbruiser. It looks like brownbruiser might go down here. The delay coming out, Lerch coming in. Probably going to tank the tower for the Elise. I mean, sorry, not going to tank the tower for the Elise. Probably going to catch up to the Elise and kill her with the help of Urgot. But Urgot's going to die first. And Haifhearted is going to put a little bit of damage into the Maokai. They're going to keep the windmill up top. They do have a 3 cap. They need to retain this as long as possible. Intervention coming down on Kraogg as they fight with Armor down bottom. Dienovv thinking about coming back in, but very low health. KMJ, Arcane shifting away just in case, but it came back in. Will get the kill on Malphite, trading his own life. And Wawix and Rengar are going to fall back to their respective points and see if they can hold this 3 cap a little bit longer. Maokai doing a great job at pushing the minions up top here, and he's actually going to put a little cap in. Jarvan's going to have something to say about that, along with Elise, who is rezzing up. He's not going to be able to get out of here. Ooh, a good twisted advance to get some distance there, and he will fight him in the minions, but he's going to back off because they do not want to lose that windmill. If Maokai does go down, he will give up the windmill for them and the 3 cap, so they're looking right now to see which point they need to defend, but they don't have a CV, and they don't have any item to reveal the brush. The CV is going to feel them out, and it's going to be Vision is going to be king right now as Netorare Man starts laying down more traps.
And over by the speed shrine, they're just kind of looking for a place to engage at. They kind of wedged into the enemy, but now that wedge has gone the other way, and all the ults go off right at once over here, but keeping people boxed in like that is going to allow Haifhearted to stay there and keep doing that damage, which is really, really good for the team. Now, Wawix is getting chased out of the fight. brownbruiser with the range decides to come around and start unloading on J4. And once Urgot and Mao had turned around and gotten into the fight, that was really bad news for Talith PA. But now, Netorare Man's in a really good position being at the back to be able to deliver those spears from a longer range. So if he can sit back and... Oh, brownbruiser almost getting annihilated right there by that spear, but thankfully, he was just out of range for it. And now Lerch is trying to connect with Netorare Man, but he just can't quite seem to catch up to Nidalee right now. brownbruiser there as well. Both of them are low on health. However, Dienovv is too. And while while Malphite may be durable, brownbruiser got kind of low right there. Ground slam goes off. Dienovv Malphite picks up the kill though, and runs away right into Wawix, unfortunately. And you don't want to run away into Wawix.
Yeah, they tried to get the heal onto the Malphite from Nidalee, and Nidalee was like, well, I'm dead, but maybe I can heal you and you'll get away. Wawix, so came turning around that corner, and is now just kind of sitting there as a scout. Ooh, and down bottom.
That was unfair.
Almost trading another kill as Elise came in. They actually killed each other on the point at the Boneyard as all that action was going up top. The True Shot Barrage came across as the Crescent Strike landed, and it was enough to kill each other. Kraogg coming down here, unseen, Haifhearted landing a good stun, putting big burst, and now they're going to trade 1v1, but the attack speed from Haifhearted is too much for Kraogg to fight, just wanted to delay, and now with 2 people showing bottom, I think we're going to see a move come up from up top here. Kayle is going back, he has, she does cancel the recall just in time to defend this point. Netorare Man taking a lot of damage from Wawix, a few auto attacks, and she's almost down to half health. Maokai coming down, Talith PA trying to close the gap onto Wawix right over the wall, and the Coast Blade coming down as Wawix talks intervention, trying to stay alive within the Cataclysm, and the damage coming down. That burst right there was too much to handle. So now it's 3v1. Lerch just trying to keep this point neutral, does not have a tower for extra damage. The minions are just even right now, and Lerch just trying to stay alive as long as possible, but getting shut down by Jarvan. There's the Unstoppable Force. Kraogg definitely going to go down here. brownbruiser sure to follow as the heal from Nidalee keeps Talith PA alive long enough for Nidalee to pick up the double kill.
And they are going to be able to turn around the windmill, and all they gotta do now is just hold on to it for a little while. Now, when you have a large amount of Nexus health remaining on the enemy team, you can't really just defend and hold 3. That doesn't really work out. Because if you have, if they have more than 100 Nexus health remaining, you can't really just hold the 3 and win, because they can get aggressive, they can slowly feed in minions. Down the bottom lane, though, Wawix coming down for a gank there, and KMJ almost dying, but they were able to take out Diana in the process. Wawix is going to go ahead and retreat now. Once you've got them under like 30 or so Nexus health, then you can do the sit on, the 3 points and delay and kind of draw it out. And they won't be able to feed minions up and neutral the tower like you see right here. brownbruiser, those minions getting up, so the minions getting chipping away at the tower down here in the bottom lane, and the minions are going to take it neutral right there. brownbruiser now might be able to clean this up against Netorare Man and Talith PA, but looks like Talith's going to play it safe, going to back off a little bit, and just wants to make sure to keep this tower neutral until one of his allies can get there.
Yeah, the AD carries are really reigning superior now towards the end of this game. brownbruiser getting jumped on, though. He will get the kill off onto Jarvan, but Jarvan's last Demacia is going to be enough for Armor to stay in melee range of that battle tank of an Urgot they have there and take it down to recap that point. Blue side coming back. They do have a 3-2 cap right now. They are down 1 point, and you can see now Ezreal didn't go with a tanky Frozen Fist build. He went with a more typical AD carry build. And that is going to reign supreme late game because his damage is going to be very high. You can see right now Armor just actually running away, does not want to fight 1v1, coming back in, getting exhausted. KMJ is going to come out ahead right here, but good damage coming out from Armor. Not enough kite. We'll see who gets the last crit. Oh, Armor getting the kill, Nidalee there to mop it up anyways, and 4 people rotating bottom as Jarvan at the same time is going to come bottom, and Netorare Man being the first target. The Unstoppable Force coming down on brownbruiser. They're not able to stop this point. They did get the stop from the neutral, but Dienovv is going to get the neutral as they push in on brownbruiser. Lerch not being able to stop all 3 people at once as Haifhearted gets another kill onto the Urgot, trading for the Diana. Lerch just trying to do whatever he can, being very tanky, very annoying at this turret, and here comes the AD carry. Haifhearted going to go down first. After he falls down from the rappel, even if you come down behind KMJ, he's going to turn around and shoot you in the face, and Malphite going to die there as well.
Talith PA, though, looks like he may have won that game for his team by going over to neutral to drill while all that was going on, putting it a lopsided 2 caps to 1 cap, and drawing out the rest of their Nexus health in that last engagement, because it took a little while for Wawix to get over to that point, but up against J4, he wasn't able to get it back in a 1v1.
Yeah, it looked like the Ezreal, the Urgot, and the Kayle started to shine towards the end of that game as they started getting some items. You see the IE, Sanguine Blade, Last Whisper, the Zeal, and the Hexdrinker coming out on Ezreal, having all those items and really being able to 1v1 just about anybody at that point, but it was too late because they were so far behind that they could not push and hold the 3 cap or push for a 4 cap.